Okay, it is Monday, July 14th, 2025. It's a beautiful day. It's like the only day this week I get to mow because it's been very unstable. A lot of rain showers coming through. We got a trip coming up. I gotta make sure, I'm trying to time it just right, you know? Timing's everything. All right, so crypto, looking pretty good. Here we are in the last 6 months of the year, the second half. And this week is crypto week, according to the White House. We've got some legislation, I think, on the House floor. Well, in the House anyway. They've been talking about stable coins and this, I don't know what they call it, the Dream Act. I don't know, it's not the Dream Act. It's something like that, some weird name. You know, they always give it something, you know, like the Patriot Act. You know, it's supposed to be patriotic. However, it enslaves you because you're a patriot. Is what it is. So that's all happening. You see Bitcoin at an all-time high right now. It closed its highest weekly close ever yesterday. We'll see how it does for the month. I mean, if it persists and it closes a month around here, that's pretty bullish, I think. You see some of the altcoins are starting to bubble up a little bit, and this is just repeating the same old 4-year cycle. And why is it a 4-year cycle? Because it's based on human emotion in a lot of ways, but what the catalyst is the Bitcoin halving. Because every 4 years, Bitcoin, the reward for each block that comes out approximately every 10 minutes gets cut in half. So the miners who get that block, the miner who solves the puzzle to that block gets that reward. And right now I think it's 3.125 Bitcoin. Started out, I think, at 50 back in 2019. So people like Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin, who were mining it at the time, were getting 50 Bitcoin per block. I think I'm right on that. Yeah, then it went to 25 and 12 and a half. I think that's right. I could be wrong. Maybe it started at 25. Either way, you know, you're mining that stuff and nobody really knew who it was, so you were really an early mover to the game and kind of had a little bit of an unfair advantage, although you didn't know what it was going to be worth. You didn't know it was going to be worth anything. But if you were mining it then, you're looking pretty good now, and there's a lot of talk about the Satoshi wallet. It's like Satoshi wallets. So it's those early coins that were mined by Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator. There's over 1 million of them. I think over 1 million. Right at 1 million, over 1 million of those coins that, who controls it? Who is Satoshi? That's the question. When there's a total of 21 million that can be mined out, and 1 million is in the hands of someone unknown, it's a little scary in some instances, I guess. But you're seeing, and as you go forward, you know, it's going to get less and less, you know, so the price of Bitcoin either has to go up or the mining fees have to go really high up, because that's, you know, the miners have to be rewarded for all that equipment that they're running, the electricity. So that's kind of problematic, but we're seeing the 4-year cycle. That's the reason why we kind of have it, because Bitcoin gets more scarce, and so the price goes up. This guy's going to run me over. Jeez. Look out, a big Isuzu. Isuzu. So yeah, it's kind of like clockwork. You know, there's a time frame to where the price really goes parabolic. I don't think it's going to go as parabolic. I mean, you know, you can make the argument that it's going to go parabolic because you've got all this institutional buying. However, I think you're going to have a lot of release valves with other ETFs coming online instead of just Bitcoin, like Litecoin, and that's coming up anytime soon. Rabbit. Even XRP will get an ETF. Ethereum, Dogecoin, Solana, all kinds of, oh my, look at all this. Oh, do I have some goodies? I certainly hope so. Oh, I got this. Yeah, you've got, you know what, I'm going to leave that in there. I don't need that. Somebody else can get that. But what you have is, the 4-year cycle, and you've got that energy that comes in pushes the price up. I think we're at that moment. Now, we may have a good run up now, maybe a dip, and then a big run up later, October, you know, maybe toward the end of the year. However, you know, people that play the market, or people who play the market, you can maybe capitalize now, sit on the sidelines, come back, you know, and get back in when there's a dip, and then ride it up again. Would you take that chance at this point with all this legislation passing? I don't know. That's a risk. So if you've been in it for a long time and you start to, you know, see the real value of what you have positioned yourself into, and you can make moves, I mean, it's all about getting your freedom, right? If you can buy that freedom back, because they've stolen it from you. So if you can buy that freedom back, watch it, dog in the road. If you can buy that freedom back, I mean, isn't that what we're in this for? I mean, we're trying to be free in cryptocurrency. It's a decentralized, let me roll this window up. It's a decentralized, little dog, so cute. It's a decentralized system, and that's why I'm in it. That's why I love it. So I went to the dentist this morning, and I've got punish the banks, man. And I got Digibyte on here, driving the Digibug. Punish the banks. Banks are going to be the new custodians of crypto. However, that does not stop you. That does not prevent you from being your own bank, because you've got a decentralized network running, especially with Digibyte right now. They're talking about the DigiDollar, which is a very interesting thing. Lock up Digibyte, you know, and you get DigiDollars, and then you can pay it back later when the price accelerates. It's pretty interesting, the concept. You ought to look into that. DigiDollars. So I've always been a big fan of Digibyte. I've got my car named after it, the Digibug. So what's that tell you? Litecoin's my coin, though, baby. That's the sound money for the digital age. It's going to be the silver payment rails of the future. That's always been in my head and my vision. That's what I've visualized Litecoin being. And it seems like it's definitely carrying out to be that. A lot of platforms are going to be built on it. Decentralized finance. You've got LitVM, which is going to allow that. Omni-chain, which is going to connect all these chains. I'm telling you, Litecoin is at the forefront, and it's doing it quietly, silently, in a lot of ways. Not flamboyantly. It doesn't need to talk about it so much and brag about it. It just does it. It just works, and it continues to work. So you really ought to pay attention to Litecoin. It's got a finite supply and a halving cycle just like Bitcoin. So scarce asset, just saying. 76 million plus have been mined out. There's only 84 million. So do your own research on that. But yeah, crypto is definitely poised to enter that 4-year cycle, that mania phase. I think we're very close. Retail, I've got a phone call. Somebody called me. I got to call them back here as soon as I get off of this about trying to get into crypto. He's got a considerable amount of money. He wants to get involved, and you know, I've known him for a long time. He's known I've been in crypto, and now he's finally coming to the table. And you know, you get into it when you're ready, I suppose. You know, not everybody gets into cryptocurrency when you first hear it. I didn't. Then I got into it, didn't believe in it. Took me a while. It took me several years, actually, to understand the real value of it. The value of holding your energy in your own possession, decentralized. I'm not talking about centralized tokens that everybody hypes up. That's not my game. And yeah, you can make fiat dollars. You can make money on that stuff. I just choose not to do it. I don't like the energy. You know, I've done it before, and I just don't like it. You know, I don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, because you want to go make money at this stuff? Holy cow. Look at all this stuff. Go ahead and make money at it. Man, oh man. Yeah, right. I'm doing that. Oh man, I'm going to have to get out of the freaking car to get this. This thing is pinned. Oh, but there's always a way, baby. Boom. That's it. Always a way. Always a path. You just have to find it. You got to work toward it sometimes. Making better decisions puts you on a better path, and you might not have to search so hard. Some of us know that. But yeah, always a way. Always a path. With decentralized currency, decentralized money, holding energy in your own possession, being able to use it anytime you want, that is the beauty of Litecoin to me. It's the beauty of Digibyte. And the thing is, you know, you look at a lot of these tokens, I won't name any, but, you know, do your own research on that. The ones I don't talk about so much. Those were created by central authorities. I mean, a lot of these tokens that, you know, are doing well and are probably going to continue, my dragonfly's back, continue to do well, are completely centralized. They were just created out of nothing by a centralized agency or authority who still holds a lot of the tokens. And it's worse than the Satoshi Nakamoto wallets. They still hold the tokens, and, you know, they can do whatever they want. They can flood the market, they can sell, they can, you know, help control the price that way. I don't like that. I like to be able to have the opportunity to participate in the network. Like Digibyte, Litecoin, I can go out there and buy a miner, and, you know, I can generate coins. You know, everybody, it's decentralized. Anybody can participate in that network. Not everybody can participate in these centralized token networks. It's just you hold the token and hope the number goes up and hope somebody pumps it and hope they hype it with all the money that they fleeced out of you. There's a lot of scams out there, long-running scams. And you can make money at it, but I'm just saying, for the future, it is not the future. It is not the future of humanity. It is not the future of decentralization, and that is the most important thing. I mean, we need to be able to be independent. We need to be able to be decentralized. We need to be able to control, just like we need to control ourselves and be sovereign, we need to be able to control our money. And things like Litecoin, like Digibyte, have definitely given us that opportunity to do that. And so many people just, who cares? I'm chasing the dollar. Well, go ahead and chase that dollar. But telling you, long term for humanity, that is not the way. And I'm not going to participate in it. I just refuse to. And you know what? If it takes me longer to get where I need to get, that's okay. That's okay, because that's my path. And everything along the way, I have learned. I would not be the person I am today without having gone through the things I've gone through. And that's the way I look at life. You know, I was at the gas station, and they've got bottled water sitting out there in the sun. And, you know, it makes me think, okay, the bottled water you buy at the store, I mean, was it sitting out in the sun, you know, at one point on pallets before it got moved in? You know, go to Walmart or Costco. It's probably not good as it leaches plastic. Always buy the bottles. Buy the glass bottles. Man, these are beautiful dragonflies. I love that blue color. Really resonate with the blue. I don't know. Somebody needs to read my aura and see if I've got like a blue aura or something, or I'm attracted to blue auras. Not really sure, but man, look at this. I wish you could see it. They're so, man, they're like hummingbirds, except they're like dragons. Just stop in midair and hover. Crazy. All right. So rant. Cryptocurrency, you're at a point where it's definitely going to shock some people. Others are going to shock you more than some. I'm into decentralization. I'm into using your own sovereignty and controlling your energy. And so Litecoin and Digibyte for me, baby. So we'll see what happens this week, crypto week. Not really sure. I'm going to order some more stuff from Sad Frog today. He's got some real cool stuff. Litecoin accepted here, Digibyte accepted here, Dogecoin accepted here, and you can get them in all kinds of different colors. And it's very affordable. And you get a discount if you order, I think, over $100. The link is on my website, clintwestwood.net, under cool crypto stuff, or maybe cool crypto gear. There's him, and there's Bits, who makes great stuff. I got trading cards coming, 84 million with all the gear, and all the shirts and hats and posters and all the stuff that he sells. You know, go to clintwestwood.net, support these people. You can pay in Litecoin. And some of them, like the Etsy shop, I'm not sure if you can pay in Litecoin, but DM Sad Frog in that case, and I'm sure he'll be willing to accept Litecoin, especially via MWeb, Mimble. Privacy, see, that's another thing. Got privacy built into Litecoin. Bitcoin doesn't have that. Many other coins don't have that. You're moving into an AI surveillance state. I'm going to fly this weekend. I have to go somewhere to pick up a little project. Go see a concert, which I'm going to thoroughly enjoy, and then drive that little beast home, that car that I bought. That's my project. Hopefully not too much of a project. Paid with Litecoin, by the way. Just saying. And I have to go through TSA. They're trying to face scan everybody now, and so just realize you're really in a mass surveillance state. And they're tracking and tracing everything that you do. Technology is going to make it easier and easier and easier. You need privacy. You know, you've got curtains, you got blackout drapes, you know, you've got those in your home, you've got locks on your doors. Privacy is important there. I mean, you go into a public restroom, you want to go in there when the toilet's sitting in the middle of the bathroom? I mean, if you don't care about privacy, then go ahead. You know, let's just do that. So privacy of money is just as important as any kind of privacy. And we need to start realizing that. You know, governments are here to steal your energy. That's what they're here to do. So you need to protect your energy in any way that you can. And money is just a representation of your energy, and it should be a store of that energy. It should save it up and hold it, and you should be able to use it anytime you want. However, if you have a retirement fund, you realize that is not the case. Be your own bank. You've got the ability to do that. You know, I've been preaching this forever. We've got the tools to be free. You need to start using them. All right? That dragonfly is right there. I wonder if he'll come in here. Just right here by the window. Come on in, little guy or gal. Probably a female, you know, knowing me. All right. So there's one on each side mirror. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you all. It's a beautiful day. I mean, it's a little cloudy out, but probably doing a little mowing today. Get that done. And prepare for my little jaunt across the country. Trust yourself. I mean, really, you've got to trust your instincts. If you know it's right, I mean, the whole world may say you're wrong, but it doesn't matter. You've got to trust yourself. I mean, you are responsible for your soul, and you need to be honoring it. Okay? All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful day.